My stepdaughter asked me for $5,000 and when I said no, she accused me of SA and my wife believed her without any proof and tried to ruin my life. I'm using a throwaway because some of my friends use Reddit and I don't want this traced back to me. I, 45M, have been married to my second wife Bianca, 42F, for 5 years. We met through mutual friends at a charity event for homeless veterans. I was volunteering at the food station, and she was helping coordinate donations. I was divorced for 3 years at that point, and she was a single mom to her daughter Katie, who was 15 then. My first marriage ended after 12 years because my ex and I grew apart. We married young, wanted different things in life, and eventually realized we were more like roommates than spouses. No drama, no cheating, just two people who changed too much to stay together. We're still on good terms. She even came to my wedding to Bianca. When I met Bianca, she was struggling to make ends meet. She worked as a medical billing specialist during the day and waited tables at night. They lived in a small 2-bedroom apartment in a rough part of town. Katie's biological father left when she was 2, right after Bianca lost her job during the 2008 recession. He moved to Florida with his new girlfriend and never paid a cent in child support. Bianca spent years trying to track him down but eventually gave up. I fell for Bianca quickly. She was smart, determined, and despite working 2 jobs, she always had this positive energy about her. We shared similar tastes in music, both loved cooking, and could talk for hours about nothing and everything. After dating for a year, seeing how well we fit together, I proposed. Katie seemed happy about the wedding too, even helped with planning. The problem started after we moved in together. I knew Bianca spoiled Katie a bit, but I didn't realize the extent until we lived under the same roof. Katie was used to getting whatever she wanted, whenever she wanted. Bianca carried massive guilt about raising her alone and compensated by never saying no. If Katie wanted new clothes, Bianca would skip paying bills to buy them. When the iPhone 14 came out, Bianca picked up extra shifts for weeks to afford it. When Katie wanted a car for her 16th birthday, Bianca took out a high-interest loan she's still paying off. After we married, I helped get our finances in order. I make good money as an engineering manager at a tech company, around $180K plus bonuses. I suggested Bianca quit her waitressing job. She was exhausted all the time, and we could manage fine on my salary plus her day job. We moved into my house, which was already paid off thanks to smart investing in my 30s. Everything seemed okay at first. Bianca was less stressed, we had date nights, and Katie's grades even improved. But then Katie started asking for more and more money. She'd say she needed $300 for school supplies but come home with designer bags. She claimed her friends were studying at coffee shops and needed money for drinks and snacks, but later I'd see party pictures on her Instagram. She bought expensive makeup to start her beauty channel but never posted a single video. Every time I questioned these expenses, Bianca defended her. I tried talking to Bianca about it multiple times. Her responses were always the same: she's just trying to fit in, or she's had it rough without a dad, or all teenagers are like this. But Katie wasn't a teenager anymore. She started college at the state university but dropped out after 1 semester, saying college was for people who couldn't make it as influencers. She refused to get a job because it would damage her personal brand. Meanwhile, she has 900 Instagram followers. Last month, things exploded. Katie came to me asking for $5,000 to start her business. When I asked what kind of business, she said she wanted to launch a skincare line. I asked for a business plan, market research, anything to show she'd thought this through. She got angry and said I was trying to control her like I controlled her mom. I told her no. She went crying to Bianca, who also said no because we'd just spent $2,800 on Katie's car repairs the week before. Katie started screaming that I was controlling their lives and that I never wanted her around. She brought up every gift I hadn't bought her, every time I'd questioned her spending, every occasion I'd suggested she get a job. She called me cheap, controlling, and said I was trying to drive a wedge between her and her mom. A week later, everything went to hell. Katie told Bianca that I had been signing her. She claimed I touched her inappropriately when Bianca wasn't home and threatened to kick her out if she didn't do what I wanted. She said it had been going on for months but she was too scared to tell anyone. I was completely blindsided. Bianca was furious. She started screaming at me, saying she should have known better than to trust a man around her daughter. I tried showing Bianca our security cameras that proved I was never alone with Katie, but she said I could have deleted footage. I showed her my work calendar and GPS history showing I'm rarely home when Bianca isn't, but she said those could be faked. Katie kept adding more lies, saying I followed her to her friends' houses and sent her inappropriate texts. When I told Bianca to check Katie's phone for these alleged texts, Katie said she deleted them because they triggered her. I've moved into our guest room because Bianca won't let me sleep in our bedroom. She's talking about divorce and threatened to go to the police. My friends say I should kick them both out since it's my house, but I'm worried that will make me look guilty. I work with kids' charities. An accusation like this could ruin my life even if it's proven false. Katie has dropped the sacred act when Bianca isn't around. Yesterday, she walked past me in the kitchen and whispered that if I had just given her the money, none of this would have happened. I feel like I'm trapped in a nightmare. I've never touched Katie or any other woman inappropriately in my life. I have a spotless record, good standing in my community, and people who've known me for decades. But one lie from a spoiled 20-year-old is destroying everything I've built. Update 1. First, thanks to everyone who commented on my original post. I read every comment, And you all helped me realize I needed to take action instead of just hoping things would blow over. Special thanks to the people who shared similar stories. You helped me understand I wasn't alone in this nightmare. After my last post, I took everyone's advice and started gathering evidence. I met with 3 lawyers before finding one who specialized in false accusations cases. He was expensive, $400 an hour, but after our first meeting, I knew he was worth it. He laid out a clear plan to protect himself. First, we documented everything from the past 5 years, every penny I spent on Katie and Bianca, every text message, every email. My bank records showed a clear pattern. Whenever Katie wanted something expensive, she'd ask Bianca first. If Bianca said no, she'd wait a few days then come to me. If I said no, she'd create some drama that ended with Bianca begging me to give in to keep the peace. The lawyer suggested installing voice-activated recorders in the common areas of the house. He checked the laws in our state. It's legal since it's my property and there's no expectation of privacy in common areas. I put one in the living room, kitchen, and basement where Katie likes to hang out with her friends. Within 3 days, I got what I needed. Katie was on the phone with her friend Maddie, laughing about how she made up the whole SA story to get back at me for not giving her money. She said things like, "Mom always takes my side against men and he'll have to pay up now if he doesn't want me to go to the police." She even bragged about how she'd been practicing looking scared whenever I walked into a room. I took the recording to my lawyer immediately. He said it was good evidence but suggested we get more. He warned me that false SA accusations are tricky. People often don't want to believe someone would lie about something so serious. The more evidence we had, the better. For 2 more weeks, I recorded everything. Katie slipped up multiple times. She talked about her plans to demand money, laughed about how her mom was so stupid for believing her, and even coached her friends on what to say if anyone asked them about her behavior around me. One particularly damning conversation had her admitting she made everything up because rich stepdads are supposed to spoil you, and he's being so stingy. The lawyer also helped me document my relationship with Katie before all this. We got statements from neighbors who've known us for years. Mrs. Rodriguez next door wrote about how Katie often brought guys home when we were at work and threw parties that she had to call noise complaints about, hardly the behavior of someone terrified of living with their harmer. Mr. Chen from across the street provided security camera footage showing Katie sunbathing in the front yard when I was supposedly harassing her inside. We also documented every penny I've spent on Katie since marrying Bianca. The total shocked even me, over $100,000 in 5 years. 3 cars, she crashed 2, designer clothes, phones, laptops, camera equipment for her influencer career, a semester of college she dropped out of, and countless smaller expenses she called emergencies. My lawyer says this pattern shows my financial support and undermines her claims that I was trying to control or harm her. I haven't confronted them yet. The lawyer says we need one more piece of evidence, Katie trying to blackmail me directly. He thinks it's coming soon because she's been getting frustrated that I'm not engaging with her accusations or offering to make things right, her words, overheard on another recording. Living in this house is hell. Bianca barely speaks to me except to tell me what a monster I am. Katie puts on her victim act whenever Bianca's around, walking pressed against walls and flinching if I move too quickly. But when Bianca leaves the room, Katie smirks and rolls her eyes. Yesterday, I heard her telling her friends she might go to the media with her story to launch her influencer career. My work performance is suffering. I had to tell my boss what's happening in case this becomes public. He was surprisingly understanding. Turns out his brother went through something similar with his stepdaughter. He's documented that I've told him about the false accusations and my plans to fight them legally. The HR department is also aware, which my lawyer says is good. It shows I'm being proactive and transparent. Some people who saw my original post suggested showing Bianca the recordings now, but my lawyer advised against it. He says we need to handle this carefully because false assault accusations can destroy a man's life even after they're proven false. I hate waiting, but I know he's right. We need to be strategic. The hardest part is seeing how this is affecting Maya, my ex-wife's daughter from her second marriage. She's Katie's age and they used to be friends. Maya tried talking to Katie about how serious these accusations are, and Katie blocked her on everything. Now Maya feels guilty for introducing me to Bianca's friend group, which is how I met Bianca. I keep telling her none of this is her fault. So now I wait. The lawyer says we're close to having enough evidence to not only fight the accusations but also file a civil suit against Katie for defamation. I never wanted any of this. I just wanted to be a good husband and stepfather. Some days I wish I'd just given her the money she wanted, but I know that would have just led to more demands. I'll update when there's more to tell. Right now, I'm focusing on documenting everything and trying to keep my sanity intact. Update 2. It's finally over. Everything came crashing down yesterday in a way I never expected. Katie finally slipped up so badly there's no coming back from it, and now both she and Bianca are out of my house. After weeks of gathering evidence and waiting, Katie made her move. She came to my home office while Bianca was grocery shopping on Saturday morning. I had my phone recording video as soon as I heard her footsteps. My lawyer taught me to record everything now. She walked in without knocking and sat down like she owned the place. What happened next was surreal. Katie laid out her demands with this cold, calculated look I'd never seen before. She wanted $50,000 cash to start fresh. If I gave her the money, she'd tell Bianca she made everything up. If I refused, she'd go to the police with her SA story, post it all over social media, and contact the children's charities I work with. She even had a script ready about how I groomed her since she was 15. I let her finish her whole speech. She talked for almost 20 minutes, detailing how she'd destroy my life if I didn't pay up. When she finally stopped, I played the recordings from the living room where she admitted to lying. The color drained from her face. She tried grabbing my phone, but I moved back. She ran out screaming and called Bianca. By the time Bianca got home, Katie had spun some story about me threatening her. But I'd already sent everything to my lawyer and he was waiting on a video call. I sat them both down in the living room. Katie tried to leave, but I told her she needed to stay and hear this. My lawyer played everything, the phone calls with her friends, her bragging about lying, her blackmail attempt from that morning. Katie kept interrupting, first screaming that I'd faked the recordings, then saying I'd forced her to say those things, then claiming she only lied about lying to protect her mom. Each new excuse made less sense than the last. Bianca just sat there, getting paler with each recording. When we played the clip of Katie laughing about how stupid her mom was for believing her, Bianca started crying. Katie tried hugging her, but Bianca pushed her away. Then Katie lost it completely. She started screaming about how we'd all ruined her life, how she deserved that money because I was rich, how Bianca was a terrible mother for choosing me over her. She even blamed me for her dad leaving, which made zero sense since that happened 18 years before I met them. My lawyer had already prepared the eviction notices. Since neither Bianca nor Katie was on the deed or lease, and given the circumstances of Katie's false accusations and attempted blackmail, they had to leave immediately. We had a police officer waiting outside in case things got ugly. Bianca begged for another chance. She said she only believed Katie because what kind of mother doesn't believe her daughter? I told her that's exactly why we're done. She chose to believe I was a monster without any evidence, without even giving me a chance to defend myself. She was willing to destroy my life because it was easier than admitting her daughter was lying. Katie left first, still screaming about how we'd all pay for this. She went to her friend Maddie's house, the same friend she'd bragged to about making everything up. Bianca packed some clothes and went to her sister's place. The police officer supervised while they got their immediate necessities, and my lawyer arranged for them to come back with movers next week for the rest of their things. My lawyer is already drawing up divorce papers. With the evidence we have of Katie's lies and blackmail attempt, plus the fact that it's my house and I've documented all the money I've spent on them, he says the divorce should be straightforward. Bianca's name isn't on any property, and in our state, marriages under 5 years don't usually involve much asset division. The house feels empty now, but also peaceful. No more walking on eggshells, no more missing money, no more lies. My security cameras caught Katie trying to get in last night using her old key, but I'd already changed the locks. My lawyer says if she comes back, we can add trespassing to the restraining order he's preparing. I know this isn't really a happy ending, but it's better than letting them continue to manipulate me. Some people might think I'm cruel for kicking them out so abruptly, but after a month of being treated like a predator in my own home, I'm done showing mercy to people who showed me none. Update 3. I wasn't planning to update again, but enough has happened that I thought I should share. The divorce is finally final. Bianca tried claiming she deserved half my house because she contributed to the household, but my lawyer shut that down fast. He showed documentation that I paid all bills, utilities, and maintenance while she spent most of her salary on Katie. Katie tried playing victim on social media. She posted crying videos about her abusive stepdad and how her mom chose a man over her own daughter. She even started a GoFundMe for legal fees to fight. My lawyer sent cease and desist letters with copies of the recordings to her, the friends who were sharing her posts, and GoFundMe. The campaign was taken down within hours. The truth spread quickly in our social circle. One of Katie's former friends, who'd seen her true colors, posted screenshots of texts where Katie bragged about making everything up. Katie's followers turned on her fast. Last I heard, she lost her Instagram sponsorships, she had 3 small ones from local boutiques, and had to make all her social media private. Bianca sent me a long email last week. She apologized for not being a better wife and mother, said she realizes now that she failed Katie by enabling her behavior all these years. She admitted she knew deep down that Katie was lying but couldn't face the truth because it meant acknowledging how badly she'd messed up as a parent. She asked if we could try counseling, said she'd make Katie get help too. I didn't respond. Some bridges can't be rebuilt once they're burned. My ex-wife has been surprisingly supportive through all this. She reached out after hearing what happened from mutual friends and reminded me that none of this was my fault. She said I was always genuine in wanting to help raise Katie, and they took advantage of my kindness. Coming from someone who's known me for 20 years, that meant a lot. I heard through mutual friends that Katie moved to Los Angeles to pursue her dreams. She's apparently living with 3 other wannabe influencers in a tiny apartment, still posting about her healing journey and trying to spin this whole situation into content. Bianca had to move back to her old neighborhood and return to working 2 jobs. Sometimes I feel guilty about that, but then I remember how easily she believed I could be a predator, and the guilt fades. The house feels too big now. I keep finding things they left behind, Katie's old makeup brushes, Bianca's favorite coffee mug, photos I need to take down. My friends say I should date again, but I'm not ready. I'm thinking of selling the house and moving to another state for a fresh start. My company has an office in Colorado, and I've always liked the mountains. My boss is supportive of the transfer. The hardest part has been dealing with the whispers. Even though I was cleared and have proof of Katie's lies, some people still give me looks. I resigned from the children's charity board to avoid causing them any issues. That hurts more than losing Bianca. I've been volunteering with them for 8 years. I learned some hard lessons from all this. About trust, about how people can wear masks for years, about how quickly someone can turn on you. But I also learned who my real friends are, and that standing up for yourself isn't wrong even when it feels harsh. I don't know what the future holds, but for the first time in months, I'm sleeping through the night again. Maybe that's enough for now.